let's say we have a red counter which represents +1. So we have one red counter which represents a 1, so a positive 1, and a yellow counter that represents a negative 1. So if we combine these two counters together, we would get 0 because we have a +1 here and a -1. So +1 take away 1 would give us 0. So whenever we see pairs of red and yellow counters together, that represents a 0. So this whole thing here represents 0. So we can see here we've got +1, -1, +1, -1, and so on. So there's an equal amount of +1s and an equal amount of -1s. So the net result from all of that is going to be 0. So if we add a red counter, so that's a +1, so we write down +1. If we add another one, we add another red counter, so that becomes 2. Okay, so 2 red counters is 2. So now we're going to work out +3 minus 1. So what this means is we're going to add 3 red counters because it's positive, and then we're going to take 1 away. So if we add 3, so we get 3 here. So these counters here represents 3, and then we're going to take 1 away, and we get 2. Okay, so whenever we have a positive number taking away another positive number, we get 2. So +3 take away 1 would give 2. If we then have +2 minus -1, okay, this means we're going to add 2 red counters and we're going to take away a -1. So that is how you should read this. So we've got +2, take away a -1. So let's add 2. So we've got 2 red counters and we're going to take away a -1. So that gives us here 3. So +2 minus -1 gives 3 because we have 3 red counters left over. So what we have here is we have a positive number taken away a negative number. So if you take away a negative number, you're removing all the negative parts, so that would give you a positive number. So 2 negatives are that would give you a positive. Let's do -4 plus 1. So that means take away 4. So we're going to take away 4 red counters and then we're going to add 1 back. So take away 4 red counters and then add 1 back. So that gives -3 because we have 3 yellow counters. Each yellow counter is -1. So that is -3. So whenever we have a negative number and then we add to it a positive number, we're still going to get a negative number. We're just moving to the right on the number line. So now we have -2 plus -3. So if we take away 2 red counters, so take away 2 red counters, and then add 3 negative ones, so -3. So we add in -3. So that's what that means. So we added another -3. So we added 3 yellow counters. And what we have here is then going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's -5. So -2 plus -3, that will give us -5. So whenever we have a negative number and we add to that another negative number, we go further down. So we get -5. If we had -2 minus -3, so if we take away 2, so we take away 2 red counters, and then we take away -3 counters, so we take away 3 yellow ones, we get that, so this represents 1. So we can see 2 negatives here. So whenever we see 2 negatives, that means we're adding. So another way you can see that, you're taking away a negative number. So you're removing the negative number. So now we've got -1 plus -3. So we take 1 away. That gives us -1. And then we're going to add -3. So we just added -3, so the net result here is going to be -4. So let's do another one. So -1, so we can take away 1 red counter, and then we're going to add +3. So we're going to add 3 positive counters. So we're going to add 3 red ones. So we took 1 away, and then we're adding 3, and we get 2 here because we have 2 red counters on their own. So that gives us 2. So what we got from that was that whenever we see two positives, that would mean a positive. So whenever we see two plus symbols in between the numbers, that just means to add. If we see two negatives, that means add. If they're different, so if the signs between the numbers are different, it just means to take away.